So today we got some cool shit to talk about. Before we get into that, I just want to let everyone know in the description there will be a link called All My Links. That's going to have Discord and everywhere you can find me all in one place. We're trying to get the Discord started because we really want people of a certain generation in there, obviously. We're trying to build out channels that people might be interested in to talk about in there, like horror fans, sword and sorcery, like 1980s sword and sorcery and above. My personal favorite that I've been posting in is the DOS era games. This channel is an amalgamation of things, but what you're all here for is Highlander. Let's talk about this shit. Now, one thing I will say is that Freddie Mercury had a huge comeback here recently. Okay, I think they did a movie on him. It was the anniversary. There was a lot of stuff, and he did the Princess of the Universe. I can't fucking play it because YouTube hates creativity. Because we're like stealing their work, but whatever. Everyone knows the song. Princess of the Universe was the Highlander's main theme, pretty much. The excited like crazy news is this: it's coming back. And I know what you're thinking immediately. Son of a bitch, they're gonna ruin yet another thing. But let me tell you, it might not be what you think, because I've got news that's going to sound pretty fucking good. Now, we don't know what the plot is. We don't know where we don't know if the entire franchise is getting reworked, because let's be honest, guys, you can say how much you love Highlander, but if I said my favorite movie was Highlander 2, you'd think different of me. So let's be honest with each other, look each other in the face, and say, maybe a reboot, a complete reboot, is the best thing. Keep the timeline fixed, whatever. But how can we reboot? Like, how can we, go through with a retcon when we love Highlander so much? Well, the movies and the source was anyway, we all know what the bad movies were in the Highlander. We all know what we sat through just because we loved the premise. It was a badass premise. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how these are immortal, sword-wielding beings that have to cut each other's heads off to gain the power of the other being? And that there can only be one. Cool. That is a sick story. Now, we don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know what they're gonna do with the story. We don't know if we're gonna keep all the same rules, because there was very clear rules established in Highlander. And we don't know if they're gonna keep, we don't know if there's, obviously some of the actors are dead now, okay? But there are actors that are still alive, and it would be nuts with today's CGI and special effects and all that kind of stuff that you can bring to a movie to bring them back in a 1-to-1 for the new movie. For instance, if they're retconning the whole thing and they're starting over, we could have guest appearances from Clancy Brown, for example. But is it likely? No. It's just some of us are just fans, right? We're just fans. They can do whatever they want with the franchise. They have the green light. They have the rights to it. Now, let me get to the good part. So this is what I want to talk on right before that. When Freddie Mercury got his huge boost in renewal with the younger audiences, I said to everybody that would listen, if they don't boot the Highlander now, like reboot the Highlander now, we will not get another Highlander, because this is the perfect time. When Freddie Mercury got that huge boost, because he did the music, right? The music that we like, you know, ah, man. And I thought, what a perfect time to reboot Highlander. And I think, personally, with the way the dates lined up and how slow Hollywood is, maybe that's what happened. Maybe someone was listening to Freddie Mercury that had the ability to make this movie, and with all that renewed who's a what's it's and things, with all that renewed stuff, they said, oh, I remember where this song is from, and it got renewed interest. I mean, it should always be, I mean, this is like Hollywood's fucking dreamsicle, dude. Like, this is exactly the kind of thing that they want. Here's the fucking big news, guys. Not only is this thing greenlit, not only is it like totally confirmed a reboot, and not only all of this stuff, but it's got great people behind it. I will say again, this movie has really good people behind it. So let's go over that part. Here's the filmmaker behind it. And you might notice something about the movies that are in this little collection up here. And look at that. There it is, boys. There's the announcement. Now, I don't have to tell you how important this dude is, okay? I just want to go over just a brief second. Hold with me here. I know. I just want to go over a brief second to appreciate this man, because he is about, if he can pull this off with care, he could handle so many reboots. I mean, it probably won't happen, right? Now, he is a stuntman and filmmaker. He is not responsible, but, you know, for everything. But I will say this. With this dude behind it, and I am looking at the kind of stuff that he has been in and done, I don't hate it. I don't hate, I mean, goddamn, that's Bloodsport. That's Bloodsport. I don't hate what I'm looking at. I don't hate it at all. And looky there. One of my favorite movies. I know, guys. I know, guys. Am I a piece of shit for liking this dude because he was in one of my favorite movies? Perhaps. But I will say this. This guy has a type, and I like his type. Now, who is going to play the main character in the Highlander? Well, here we go. Henry Cavill. Now, I know that some of you, especially in the older generation, because, hey, I get it. My channel is very specific. I know you're out there. Before you groan and say, who is this young man? I fucking hope you'll bear with me here. This guy was in The Witcher, and I know what you're saying. Wow, yeah, that shitty show that ended in absolute disaster. That's who I want in my thing. No, he actually made the show worth watching. As soon as he left, as soon as he was fired, and get this, you'll love this, he was fired for being, he just enjoyed the franchise. He was pushed out of Witcher, and now Witcher's gone. It's dead, for sure. It's not worth watching anymore. But when he was in it, he was doing a good job. Now, they were writing him into just unbelievably shitty scenes. And I will say this, don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I know that I'm kind of pushing this guy up, but he was in one of my other favorite movies, Count of Monte Cristo. And there are, like, this guy is a good actor through and through, and he cares about what he works on, and it seems like he works on the stuff that he cares about, you know? I think he is a perfect guy to put as the lead, because so many people will go to this movie. Like, fuck the movie being Highlander for a second. Let's just take that out of the equation. He is in it, and he has proven that he cares more about what fans think and about his work than he does anything else. And how do we know that? Well, he's a nerd. He's just like us. I know. You're probably thinking, hey, but you're a fan. You're fucking delusional. He's not just like us. This is an actor. No. He really is a big nerd. That is half the reason why he got complaints so much on him while filming The Witcher, because these Hollywood people are pieces of shit who just don't like normal people. And trust me, he's a normal guy. Go look at the interviews with him. I was gonna do it for this, but it's gonna detract too much from the main topic. But I am telling you, I'm excited. Now, when do they start filming? It will be spring 2025. Like, they're already ready to film. Okay? He's also a big Warhammer fan. I know that's, like, probably not a big deal to most of you guys, because YouTube shares, you know, your interests with me. But I'm telling you, he's a good fit for the role. He's a great fit for the role. Now, I don't know how long it'll take to come out, but I do think it's in good hands. I think it's in really good hands. I don't think they actually have any real pictures of him, but they've got a lot of fan stuff of what it might look like. And I gotta tell ya, I don't fucking hate it. I don't hate it at all. They're trying to keep it pretty close to the original. But I'm excited. I've wanted them to reboot Highlander for a long time. I've wanted them to, at minimum, I mean, I don't even know about a reboot, but just clean up the timeline, reset everything, put everything, you know, but obviously, you know, it's been a long time. Hopefully we get some kind of cameos. Hopefully we get some kind of references. But I think moving forward, if this does good, then they're going to probably keep distance from the old material and move forward. And hopefully we don't get Highlander 2, The Quickening, again. But we'll see. I honestly think with the kind of people that are behind this movie, I'm not saying it won't fail, but I am saying that I would suspend your disbelief and just for a second consider that it has a very high chance of succeeding, in my opinion.